Hello and welcome back to a new lecture on phonetics. In the previous lectures we discussed syllables and syllabification in general. We also discussed the sonority scale and the sonority sequencing principle, and we also discussed syllabic consonants. In this e-lecture we talk about open and closed syllables, and we also talk about syllable weight. So syllables really are two main types. There are open syllables and there are closed syllables. Quite simply, a closed syllable, take the word cat, a closed syllable basically has a coda. So as long as there's a coda, we say that the syllable is closed. But for example, the word do, as you can see here, there is no coda, it is empty. Therefore, you can say that the syllable is still open at the end, so we call it an open syllable. So open syllable and closed syllable. Alright, that was easy. Now, have you ever wondered why the following words like appraise, attract, applaud, attach have these double consonants? Well, the answer I'm about to give you is not a 100% answer for all cases, because the spelling of English is not as uniform as we want it to be, but it is an idea. Let's take the word appraise. Let's go ahead and syllabify this word, like so. Okay. Now if you notice something, this syllable here has a lot of segments in it. This one looks like a very weak syllable, a very small one. Now when we have a double consonant, and again please remember this is not always the case, but sometimes, we feel as if this P right here is not only the onset of this syllable, but that it is also a coda for this one. Kind of like the first syllable feels too weak and wants to hold on to part of the second syllable. Now we're not really going to understand this unless we talk about syllable weight. So what is syllable weight? Well, what do we mean by weight anyway? How can a syllable have weight? Well, weight here is not in kilograms or in pounds. It's going to be in something we call a mora. Plural of mora is morae. And this is the symbol for a mora. Now how can we use this? Well, we can take the mora to be like our pound or kilogram and use that to determine the weight of syllables. So onsets in some languages, let's take English, they amount to 0 morae. So it doesn't matter how many onsets you have or how many consonants you have in your onset, that is still 0. Codas, a filled coda counts as 1 morae or 1 mora. How about the nucleus? Well, the nucleus could either have a short vowel or it can have a long vowel. The short vowel counts as 1 mora and the long vowel counts as 2 morae. Let's apply this to some examples. Alright, now let's practice what we just learned. Any vowel in nucleus position is considered to be a mora, like so. Now these two vowels are diphthongs. They are considered long vowels, and so they receive 2 morae. Likewise, this is a long vowel, and so it will receive 2 morae. Now we said that onsets are not given any weight. A coda is, so this is a mora, this is a mora, and this is a mora. Now let's go ahead and finish up these syllables, like so. Let's do this one as well. Now let's just notice a difference here between these two. In the first one, there's no branching within the nucleus, so nothing here. There's also no branching within the rhyme, so that's missing as well. Any syllable that has branching in the nucleus or in the rhyme is considered to be a heavy syllable. If there is no branching in the nucleus or in the rhyme, like this one, then we consider it to be a light syllable. Okay? Therefore, this is a light syllable. This is a heavy syllable because we have branching within the rhyme. How about this one here? Well, here we have one nucleus, so both of these moras are actually just the nucleus, rhyme, syllable, and there goes your onset. Now, are we going to consider this one as heavy or light? Well, it's pretty clear that we're going to consider this as a heavy syllable because we have branching within the nucleus. So either branching within the rhyme, like here, or branching within the nucleus, like this. Alright, now how about the rest of these? Again, both of these are the nucleus. That's your rhyme, onset, and from the rhyme we have the coda. Likewise here. Okay, so in both of these we have branching inside the nucleus, and we also have branching in the rhyme. In the nucleus and in the rhyme. These are what we call super heavy syllables. Now let's notice one more distinction between light, heavy, and super heavy syllables. A light syllable is made up of only one morae. A heavy syllable is made up of two morae, as you can see, and in here. And a super heavy syllable is made up out of three morae. Great, so now let's go back to the example here with the word appraise. It's pretty obvious that here we have a light syllable, and here we have a super heavy syllable because we have 1, 2, 3 morae. Now this looks a bit selfish. This syllable has 3 morae and this one has none. Notice that there are no branching within the nucleus and there is no branching within the rhyme. Now languages differ in the way they deal with light syllables, but English is one language that tries to fix light syllables by making them a bit heavier. The quickest way to make a syllable heavy is to add a coda to it. But if we were to attach something to the coda, as you notice, there are no unused syllables, segments. The P is already taken by the onset of the super heavy syllable. So what do? We share it with the previous one. And that's why you feel that the syllabification of the word sounds like appraise. You feel a pretty strong P right here. So the P is kind of connected to the coda of the first syllable and to the onset of the second syllable, which is sometimes represented in the spelling, where you have double P. Alright, I hope that makes syllable weight clear. Again, please remember this is by no means an extensive lecture on syllable weight, but just an introduction. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.